All right, what's going on, guys? Scorched Earth here, Beards of War. I'm here with Fat Broken Rambo, and Thick Nick is out there fighting monsters somewhere in the streets. Stay out of the streets, kids. Stay out of those streets. Now, it's good to have you guys back. Uh, I think this is the first episode. Was just two up with you and I, right?
Yeah, man, it's been a while.
Yeah, we're gonna burn it all
Been a
down,
while.
guys.
Yeah, we are.
Burn it all down. We don't have Thick Nick here to keep us on the rails, so it's too late. We've already started.
You done
Uh,
fucked up, Sarge.
hey, Sar. Hey, Sar. All right, now I'll stop. We already started off the rails. It's going to happen.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. All
So what are we talking about
right.
tonight?
So, our movie for tonight, Frankenstein, 2025 version. So, that is, what is it? Guillermo del Toro? I always mess
Yeah,
up that
man.
first
Oh,
name.
jeez. I think it's Guillermo.
Guillermo. See, I told you I was going to mess it up, man. All right, so if you guys have never heard of Frankenstein, right, it's basically based on the premise of a Dr. Frankenstein. The monster's not Frankenstein. It's the doctor who created this monster, right? So essentially he wanted to he wanted to find out how to go beyond life. So to essentially avoid death, fight against death,
Yep.
and just have continuous life. So basically what he ended up doing was taking body parts from different people, dead bodies or whatever, bringing it back together with a little bit of science, mad science, a little bit of electricity, a whole bunch of money that wasn't his, and he created this monster. And it grew a conscience, it had a being, it started to think and feelings and all these great things. And he mistreated the poor thing, and it turned on him. I will say, pretty impressive in the sense of a Frankenstein monster. The guy was strong, stronger than any of the ones I remember. Um, Tons of strength, ripping people apart. It's pretty. This is a disclaimer. Pretty brutal. So if you guys don't like blood, gore, guts, you name it, this is probably not for you. But you should watch it anyway. I think it was a pretty
Yeah.
decent
It's
movie.
definitely rated R.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. But I think they did a pretty good job with it. What do you think, Fat Broken? Fat Broken Rambo. I'm trying to talk too fast. Too much coffee.
FBR for short, man. Too much
Yeah, I
coffee.
know. I'm liable
uh,
to call you FDR. I don't want to do that.
I know, right? I'm waiting for Nick to do that every once in a while. Uh, man, actually, like I was hesitant to watch this. I figured there was no new blood that you could probably pump into this storyline.
Yeah.
And I was pleasantly surprised, to be honest with you, man. I'm a huge fan of Guillermo del Toro, like going back to like the Hellboy days, and then he did what was it, The Shape of Water, which was
Oh wow.
interesting.
Yeah.
He's done a bunch of other good flicks, but the one movie that I would actually stress to folks if you liked Frankenstein to check out is Crimson Peak. I did it a few years ago. It's got Tom Hiddleston, the guy who plays Loki, Charlie Hunnam from SOA, and Jessica Chastain from It and Jurassic World trilogy, the first three. And it's very much a noir gothic kind of film, very similar in style to this one. I was actually really excited watching this film. Full disclosure, I ran out of time. I didn't get to finish it, so so Scorster is gonna to walk us through the ending. I got about an hour and 45 into it, and I'm gonna finish it. I would tell you straight off the bat, set design, costumes, phenomenal. I thought the
Yeah.
special
Yeah.
effects for a streaming platform, because if you guys have watched any of the other episodes, you know that I can't stand the fact that streaming goes cheap on CGI. They knocked it out of the park in this one, as far as I watched. I really enjoyed it. The wolves look a little fake here and there, but for the most
Yeah.
part, I really enjoyed it. I thought Oscar Isaac did a really good job, man. Like his depth with going from like, driven from the loss of his mother to cheat death kind of thing, all the way up until where you can tell he's starting to come apart because nothing's going his way. Just his range was really good. I loved seeing Christopher Waltz. I actually forgot he was in this
Yeah.
from the
Every
trailer.
time.
And yeah, man, him as the financier and the uncle to the love interest of the story. I thought he did a great job for the time he was on screen. And shout out to whoever plays the actual Frankenstein monster, man. Like that dude's got some fucking range. His
Jacob.
physicality.
Yeah, it's
Sorry,
Jacob Elordi.
Jacob Elordi. Man, you're going
Yeah.
places, Jacob.
Yeah, he
Like,
did a great job.
yeah, it was really good, man. Like, I'm completely invested. Had I not ran out of time, hey, man, I would have finished it strong. But to kick it off, basically, it's told from the perspective of like the monster, or we'll just call him Frankenstein for sake of argument. We'll refer to Dr. Frankenstein as Victor, just to kind of keep it clear. It opens in there's a foreign vessel that's trying to break through the ice to get to the North Pole. I think they're Russian or Prussia from back in the time because I think it's like 1865 when this occurs, 1855. Sorry. And we come across Dr. Frankenstein, or sorry, Victor. The captain of the ship rescues him. He's got he's got an amputated leg. He's got a prosthetic. He's been shot in the shoulder, so he's kind of rough around the edges. The captain brings him on board, and then we have our first inclusion of the monster. And Frankenstein shows up, demands Victor's presence. He obviously he just wants him, and the guards just aren't having it on the ship. The sailors rather, they open fire and he gets knocked through the ice eventually through a nice quick cut battle sequence of him trying to get to Victor. And then Victor starts opening up to the captain. And so it's basically told from that perspective. He does flashback sequences. They break it up into chapters, which I kind of like because we get Victor's, from Victor's earlier years up until when he actually gets the monster brought to life. And then he tries to dispose of him. Um, and man, I really felt for him. Like that scene where Victor finally snaps and he's going to burn down the castle.
Yep.
I felt terrible for that
Yeah, right.
for Frankenstein, man. I was like, fuck yeah, man, break out of that shit and rip that dude in half. Like I was all about that dude, man. He was a gentle giant, and like it, I thought it was a very beautiful telling of the story. I can't speak highly enough about it, and I know I haven't finished the film, and I'm sorry that if the last 2 minutes of the movie sucks like weapons, but man, I'm all in. I really enjoy it. I think the production value is solid. The story is great, and to see the second half, I'm assuming it's the second half, chapter two, where it's told from Frankenstein's perspective about how he comes across some folks to give him some shelter. They think he's a wilderness god, if I remember correctly, or the forest god. So they give him
Yeah,
clothes and
the
food and
spirit of the forest,
spirit
spirit
of the
of the
forest. Yeah,
woods.
thank you.
Yeah.
And then he befriends the blind old man that stays in the cottage after the rest of the main family goes off to like hunt the wolves and get supplies from town. They're going to be gone for a few months. And Frankenstein comes out of hiding and befriends this old man who's blind, teaches him how to read, and like kind of goes over his story with him. It's like a really nice story. It's not a fast movie. I would argue that I felt like an hour had gone by, and when I paused it to go to the bathroom, it was like 28 minutes. But I wasn't necessarily terribly bored with
Yeah.
it though either. Like the dialogue moved the story along, the performances were fantastic. Once again, the CGI for the few moments where you can actually tell it's CGI, specifically with the wolves, I thought they did a really good job, man. The set design and the costumes are just fucking phenomenal to me.
Yeah, I mean, I think they did a great job with that. I'm interested to figure out exactly where they shot it. I know I can look it up, but they did a great job. So either they did a lot of really, Hollywood magic and putting that inside of a building, or they went on location to some really austere locations, and it was it was nice. But a good point you brought up with the old guy that ended up teaching. The old guy ended up teaching Frankenstein, the monster,
Yeah,
not Victor,
the
how
blind
to
man.
read.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good spot to kind of pick it up, because that I started to feel kind of sad, bad for the old guy and uh, Frankenstein, really kind of at that point as well, because the old guy, spoiler alert, the old guy ends up eating it, right? Because the the old guy basically had this emotional moment with him where they're connected, all the reading and talking and befriending them,
yeah.
and he told him like, hey, you need to go out there, essentially go out there and go back to where you came from and find out who you are, because he wanted to know who he was. So that's what he did. He went back to the old blown up castle where it all kind of began and almost ended for him. And while he was out there on that walkabout, the old guy gets jumped by those wolves because all the family was still out going to get supplies. Old guy's blind, can't really move around. He's stuck in the house. Guy, Frankenstein comes back and the wolves are at the door. He goes in there and wrecks shop. It looked like something out of you guys probably remember Underworld, right? When the vampires and the werewolves are fighting and all the tearing things apart by their mouth. Like that's exactly what, I mean, he's pulling the skin off of the wolves, cracking their mouths open, breaking necks and backs and everything, because he's trying to get to the one friend he's had this entire time. Well, take that back. He did have
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth,
Yeah.
right? That was his first real friend, and she was taken from him, right, by Victor. They eventually kind of, come back together to a degree, and then another spoiler, she dies. But it
Saw
seems
that
like
coming.
everybody in Frankenstein's life dies, and he can never die, no matter what. No matter how many times Victor tries to kill him, I mean, blow him up with dynamite. The guys on the ship shoot him with, blunderbuss, like everything. He just heals, right? He headshots everything. He heals. He keeps coming back, and he can never die. And that was kind of at he had two kind of real wishes, right? One was to either get a mate, like somebody like him, to spend the rest of eternity with because he couldn't die, or
Yeah.
two, Victor just give him that piece of death so that he can be more human and just die to get out of this misery. And he could have neither, right? He almost had Elizabeth, and that didn't work out for him. He had this one little glimmer of hope in the old guy and having a friend, and that was before everything really kicked off. And it looked like that's where he might end up staying. He loses that, and then he's on to Victor. And man, he did a great job of being, the kind of the nemesis to Victor, taking it out on his pops, right? Essentially.
Yeah.
But it gets to the point where, and I like the way they set the movie up, where it starts out really where the movie ends, right?
Yeah.
Where the people on the ship find him, they bring him aboard, he's telling the story, and then when you get to the ending, it's still him there telling the story, but the monster gets on the ship, right? Frankenstein gets on the ship, he wants him, and then there's actually this connection that they have, kind of a father son connection. And another spoiler, he doesn't end up killing him. Sorry, I had to spoil it for you, but it's still worth watching. The ending I
We
thought was
did put
great.
spoiler alert in the warning, so like
Yeah, I'm gonna
we
spoil the
were
crap
warned.
out of it.
The
'Cause
movie didn't
I
come out in
thought this was
1818, or the book did. So I mean, spoiler alert. You guys
yeah,
haven't caught on
exactly.
yet. It's not our fucking problem.
Not a brand new thing. I thought it was a great movie. I mean, everything was well done. They had a great cast, and everything that I've seen Christopher Waltz, like I love him and everything, man. The guy's
Dude,
great,
he is
even though it was
excellent,
a
man.
small role, relatively speaking, because he wasn't the star. But he did great, and so did Oscar. So did Mia Goth. Elizabeth. Just everybody did a great job in this movie, and like you said, man, the CGI was there, the costume was there, the story was there, how everything was put together, even with the chapters, the way they broke it up. I think they did a perfect job. The only thing they could have tweaked were the wolves, right? But
Yeah.
the ending was just, yeah. I didn't completely ruin it for you. There's still some more to it,
All right.
but I like the very very end, the last, I don't know, 30 seconds to a minute. Yeah, it was touching. It was heartwarming to a degree for, to be, I mean, I guess it's kind of weird because he was a monster. But yeah, I mean, I can't really say, too much about this movie that we haven't really already said, other than, yeah, I mean, it was the closest to a perfect Frankenstein movie that I've ever
Yeah.
seen.
I will say though, so I got to the part where the blind man is teaching him how to read and everything else like that. We get to all that portion.
Yep.
But one of the things I really liked was when they flash back to Victor on the ship talking to the captain, and then the captain's like, "Hey, I'm gonna go outside and reassure my men." And then Frankenstein is standing right there.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, so my creator told my story." He's like, "I'm gonna tell you my story," or told
Yep.
you his story. He's like, "I'm gonna tell you my story now." And I was like, "Oh shit, this is a substantially deeper Frankenstein than what Oscar Isaac is used to." And I found that to be interesting. Instead of just like ripping the captain in half, he's like, no, he's like, he almost had like a very human moment where he could rationalize. He's like, no, he's like, I want people to hear my side of the story. And I thought that was really well. One of the things I love is that the actor who played Frankenstein himself, like his movements were just awesome. Like I watched his hands. Did
Yeah.
you watch his hands a lot?
Yeah,
Because he
constantly. He's
like his hands are kind of
Yep.
like he's still trying to like discover his range of motion kind of thing. It was
Yeah.
very, I wouldn't say off-putting, but it was really like a subtle touch that I loved because it obviously he's pieced together, so he's not just a one whole corpse. It's multiple parts of different people, and you can see that struggle inside of his performance that I just thought was absolutely fantastic.
Yep.
Um, yeah, man, I honestly I can't speak highly enough of it, and I haven't even finished the damn thing yet. And I know it's probably like a half-hearted fucking review, but I'm just trying to be real with you guys, man. I
I mean,
can't wait to check
there's
out the
truth
rest
of
of
it.
it.
Yeah, and he even spoke to, as the creature, he spoke to that,
Yeah,
how he's made up of all these different people. He doesn't know who he is. He's made up of all these different people,
yeah,
right? So it even what he was saying verbally, or what he was saying went along with how he was constantly moving. Because you're right, it seemed like he was a stranger in his own body or bodies, however you want to look at it. And where he picked up with the captain, that really, I didn't want to spoil that piece, but that's really where the monster does start to tell the story, and the story just flows right into him reading it, essentially, right? Him telling how it was from his perspective, and they did a fantastic job. And the connection that him and Victor had during that, because the whole time I'm thinking, yeah, he's gonna tear him apart, or he's gonna drag him off the ship, or whatever. But it started to change. My optic on it started to change a little once the captain opened the door and they didn't get in a confrontation. I'm like, okay, there's going to be a somewhat of a twist to it, and it was a good twist, and they held that to the very very end of the movie and did a great job. um, I think my favorite part in the whole movie, to be honest, was that last piece when he got off the ship. The captain gave him the nod, and he's kind of walking off, and he pushes the entire ship out of the ice and back into the water.
Mm.
And he may have taken a step or two. He just leaned in to put his back into it. I'm like, dude, yeah. So the strength that they were able to show that he had to be able to do that, and then I mean you saw it throughout the movie, but it didn't show as much as it did then. But yeah, just a phenomenal movie. I thought it was great.
Yeah, man. I would say the best scene to me so far, what I've seen,
Yeah,
is the scene where actually Victor sets fire to the castle. Because, dude, like I felt like I wanted to blow a hole right through Victor and go rescue the monster myself. And the irony is the story of Frankenstein, the the monster or Frankenstein as we call him is not the monster. It's actually Dr. Frankenstein. Victor is the monster in this because he cannot accept
yeah,
the fact that life has an end and that he wants to cheat death. And I special shout out to Charles Vance, man. Like the dude that played his dad.
yeah,
He's very famous from like Game of Thrones. He was in like Godzilla 2 or some shit like that. He's a very well established actor. Usually he really plays the bad guy pretty much every time. His subtle touches to the character were just fantastic. He didn't have to be stern to be just like you hated the guy. Like, and his presence wasn't much. He just expected like disciplined excellence from his kid. And then when his wife passes in childbirth, he takes the new son in, and he's or William, and he's all about William and fuck Victor, man. Just to see that kind of transition, I thought it was really good, man. Like Christopher Waltz, man, is just like you said, he's just one of those actors. It's just everything that guy touches is just cinematic gold, in my opinion. Like the shittiest role or shittiest movie he's in, if he is in the movie, I guarantee it's better because he's in that movie. Um,
yeah.
yeah.
Any role he played, they could make him play anything. He could have played one of the CGI wolves, and they would have been better
Oh, absolutely. Well, I
somehow.
would have got an Academy
But
Award for it too, because that guy,
yeah, exactly. Like,
everything he gets a statue for. So,
yeah, the guy's just phenomenal, man. I
yeah.
don't know how he does it. I got no clue.
And it
But
was a good twist on his character too, because
oh
I
yeah,
kind of thought maybe that was where he was going. He was going to
yeah,
save someone or himself. I liked it. I liked all those touches.
yep.
Yeah, I can't wait to finish it. And
Oh yeah, yeah.
this is the first Netflix movie that's actually going to get a physical 4K disc release. And
Oh
honestly,
really?
it's motivating me to maybe pick up a copy of it because so far I think the movie's fantastic.
Yeah, you'll like it, man. You'll like. I really didn't spoil it for you. I'm sure you'll watch it and see the parts, but you'll
Oh, absolutely. I'm
you'll
I'm
blow
I'm, I'm
past
hooked
that
now,
and
man.
still enjoy the
So
rest.
don't worry,
All right.
guys. I will correct myself. Self internal AAR. I promise. I will make sure I don't fuck this up again. I'll finish the movie before we have to go on. Nick's supposed to be here right now to backfill Scorched Earth, and unfortunately, his sub or his train stop was shut down for a crime scene. So that sucks. But
Yeah.
he's okay. That's all that matters. But yeah, you
So
want to get into recommendations this week, or you got anything else
yeah,
you want?
yeah. You got anything, or you want me to roll into my?
Well, I tell you what, I can't assume that mine's going to be well received. And knowing yours, let's go ahead and finish off with yours because if we go down, then you can lift everybody back up. So,
Well, I don't know. People, I'm sure they hate that I keep going back in time, but I just like the old stuff, man. That's
I
just
went
me.
back in time on this one too. I just don't think anyone's going to really appreciate it. All right, so sticking with Frankenstein as a vibe, I didn't do De Niro's Mary Shelley's Frankenstein when he plays the monster. I've actually never seen that one. This movie came out in 1990, and the 90s was a goofy time for movies. I was 10 years old when this movie came out, so I watched it. It's called Frankenstein Unbound. and you can stream it. According to Google, you can stream it on Netflix and Amazon Prime. Maybe you can rent or buy it. Um, I wouldn't say it's a modern masterpiece, but it's an interesting take on Frankenstein as a story because this takes place in the 1800s and then it flash forwards to like the year 2300, I think it is. So it's a time travel Frankenstein movie. And the monster itself is it's a very creepy prosthetic, but it's got William Hurt, or I'm sorry, not William, John Hurt. If you guys remember Alien 79, he's the guy who actually had the chest burster come out of him. He's in it, and the late great and always incredible Raul Julia. And if you haven't seen Addams Family, he plays oh my God, who's the head of the Addams Family? Um,
Oh,
I am struggling on this one.
oh, doesn't it start with a C?
It's Morticia is the
Yeah, we got
wife.
Morticia.
Anyways, he plays the head of the Addams Family. He plays Dr. Frankenstein in this film, and because of the time jump, I would actually recommend it. It's like I said, it's not a fantastic film, so don't crucify me for this one. But it is an interesting take, and it's worth the watch if you, especially if you can watch it for free. So, Frankenstein Unbound, John Hurt and Raul Julia. It's a good sci-fi twist, man. So check it out. What you
Oh,
got, bro?
awesome. I haven't seen that one. Well, same thing, sticking in that vein of Frankenstein. I'm going back to the 70s, specifically 1974.
Whoa, I wonder what it
Yep,
is.
Mel Brooks, man. You can't go wrong with
Oh,
some Mel Brooks flicks.
yes,
Young Frankenstein, man. Gene Wilder,
absolutely.
one of my favorite comedians. Just a phenomenal movie. If you guys have never seen this, it's black and white, but it is that is a masterpiece. This is gold. It's a sci-fi comedy, and I mean it's Mel Brooks, so it's going to be a comedy.
Oh, yeah.
But God, man, it's just amazing. So Gene Wilder plays, Dr. Frankenstein, as he calls it. He doesn't call it Frankenstein. Frankenstein. You got who's the Peter Boyle.
Peter
Peter
Boyle,
Boyle
yeah, from
was
Everybody Loves Raymond fame.
the monster. Yeah, right. Was that the dad? Was
That
he
was the dad.
the
Yeah.
granddad or whatever? But the dad, yeah. Um, you got Madeline Kahn, Marty Feldman, Terry Garr. Right.
Oh
There's
my
so
God.
many people in this, man. Gene
Forgot Terry
Hackman was
Garr.
in there as a
Yeah.
blind guy.
Yeah.
It's just this is just gold, man. You guys got to watch it. Black and white. Again, I just
But
I'm not going to ruin
it
this
was
for you.
black and white for a reason though, too. Like that was Mel Brooks's try he was going for that effect
Yeah.
when he made that because obviously we were long out of black and white days of film at that
Oh
point.
yeah.
But yeah, oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
God, hilarious movie, man. It's an absolute comedy classic.
Dude, yes, you will. Well, at least I did, man. I was crippled over every time I watched this, just laughing. And I mean, it's slapstick humor, but it's Gene
Oh yeah.
Wilder. So if you like Gene Wilder, you're gonna love this.
Who the fuck
And
doesn't love
he's
Gene
been the
Wilder?
same person for everything, right? I mean, what is it?
See no evil
see
with
no
him and Richard
evil,
Pryor. Yeah. And then
scared straight. So like he did a lot of stuff with
Willy
Richard.
Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I
Willy Wonka,
mean,
yeah, the original. Well, is it the original? I don't know. It's my original.
I believe it's the original movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just phenomenal. He's a great actor, great comedian.
I
You
missed
guys
that.
got to check that one out. Highly recommend it. And you can watch that on Amazon Prime. You might be able to find it on Tubi as well. But yeah, it's advertised as being on Amazon Prime.
And for all you Mel Brooks fans, I'm one of them. Spaceballs 2 just wrapped filming.
We ain't found.
Shit.
Oh
And if you get the
man,
reference, we can be friends.
doesn't that the main guy that says that he's in this again, right? In this one, didn't he come
Dude, I
back for it?
haven't. I don't know, man. It's anyone's guess. Mel Brooks is 100 years old, so thank God he stuck around long enough to finish this off because I'd be lost without yogurt. But yeah, they
Okay.
brought Rick Moranis out of retirement, um, and he came back to do this. Bill Pullman is in it. John Candy's son is going to play his character's son, which I think is awesome. He played Barf, which was like a spin on Chewbacca. And Jesus, if you haven't seen his son, man, it's a spitting image of John Candy, and I'm a huge John Candy fan.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to check it out, man. Anything Mel Brooks does is comedy gold, in my opinion. And the man is a legend and a World War II veteran.
Oh really? I didn't know he was a.
Yeah, he was in the army. And for all those Marines out there, I'm one of them. Gene Hackman.
Or
It's number five.
Gene Hackman. But he
Yeah, man.
what? How tall? He was like 7'3", right? 8'12", something like that. He was ridiculously tall.
Gene
I know.
Hackman.
I
I don't
digress.
think he was that tall, man. But sure, let's go with it.
No, too easy. All right. Well, so anything else you can
No,
think of?
brother, I
Any
think
other
we're all
great
good,
ones?
man.
Awesome. Well, hey, we appreciate you guys coming out once again, and we will make sure that once Nick is back, we give him all the flack that you guys put in the comments. If you didn't put anything in there, go in there, give him a rash of crap for
Oh
making up
yeah,
an
please do.
excuse that Frankenstein caused an accident somewhere and he's walking
Yeah,
through
you
the
just gotta
street with
like
torches.
duck, dodge, dive, dodge that shit, man, and
Dip,
you'll be fine.
if you can
Oh,
dodge a
I forgot
wrench.
dip. I forgot dip. My bad.
Awesome. Well, yeah, hey, it was great seeing you guys again. I know you guys love seeing us, probably not, but that's all we got for you. Scorched earth out of here.
Yeah, man. Like, subscribe, comment. Fat Broken Rambo out here. Be good to each other, guys.